What's up, everybody? It's Thomas here with another Madcast. I'd like to introduce everybody that's going to be here today. Chris, what's going on, my man?
What's up, man? Just chilling.
Ben, what you doing today?
I've been kind of stroking myself, having fun,
That's
the
pleasurable
usual.
for you and nobody else. And we have a very special guest today, and I'd like to emphasize on the word special and very, mostly on special. We have Rocco Taylor.
I am fapping like a madman. What's up, man?
Yeah, let's clop.
Damn
my
straight.
God.
Let's do it right now.
Let's get
So
drunk.
so guys, let's start this off. What's everybody playing this week? Chris?
I am playing Destiny. For everybody that's watching it right now, I've been playing it throughout the whole week. This is the background game. That's the one I'm playing right now. I've been playing it all week. Been just trying to work on my YouTube channel and whatnot. So that's pretty much the game I play every week, and it's the majority of the time. I think I almost got like 80 or not 80, like 800 hours logged on this game. Pretty close.
Jesus.
Yeah, I've been just stroking the living shit out of this game. I polish my disc at night. I set it on my bed, right on my pillow next to me. I kiss it goodnight. That's what I do.
Sounds so
Dude, I
You know
like
the
where
little
this is
hole?
going.
It's destroyed, man. There's no hole there anymore. It's just like a gaping hole now. Okay.
You're
Are you
freaking
suffering from laser burn?
Just a little bit. I got no hair. Is that count?
Hey,
I go ahead.
All right.
pissed.
Ben, what's up, man? What are you playing this week?
Well, I've been playing kind of like a myriad of games, but the one game, and Rocco will be happy about this, is that I finally beat Deus Ex Human Revolution. I picked it up way back and never played it.
JC and the boys, man. That's been
I
a long
never
time
played
here.
through it, but I owned it. And I don't know why, but just recently, because they announced the next game, which is Mankind Divided, I have been wanting to play through and beat it. Now,
So
I
then-
went... What's up?
So then I assume that you have expectations to play Mankind Divided then.
Yes, and I will because of how good the, one that I just played through was. I want to play that game really bad, so I will buy it day one, and I promise, Rocco, I won't take 2 years to beat it.
I swear to God, if you take 2 years to fucking beat it, I'm going to go over there and stab you in the dick.
Do it.
But
And on
yeah,
that
it's a really good game.
on that note, let's go to Rocco. What's going on, Rocco? What you been playing, man?
Mostly just 2 games. GTA 5. I've been doing the story mode because I've got it again on PS4 and playing that online. Plus Final Fantasy 14, the MMO. I've been playing the shit out of that since I got it a year ago.
Okay. Awesome. So
I got bit by the bug.
yeah. So
The MMO.
So Chris, let me ask you a question. Destiny has the new content is out now, or is it's about to be released?
It's going to come out on May 18th or 19th.
May the 19th.
Yeah.
So, do you think that after this that we're gonna see people buying more season passes and things like that with this content?
I mean, yeah, because if they buy just House of Wolves, and they don't buy Crota's Inn, and they don't have it, that's kind of just odd, in my opinion, to not have Crota's Inn.
Well, I mean after this, because I'm assuming that they're gonna continue to release content for Destiny
Yeah,
and
after that,
DLC
there
afterwards.
is
They're
the
gonna be
Comet
new season
DLC.
passes, I hope. So.
Yeah, there's 2 more DLCs coming, I believe, or there might be a 3rd one.
3.
Is there 3? Okay, yeah.
2 small ones like Crota's End and House of Wolves, and then there's also Comet that's
Well,
coming out.
there's Comet, and then there's the Wrath of the Gods, and that one is going to be a Cabal DLC, and that was actually supposed to be pretty big too.
Then
It's
there'll
not
be
as
another
big.
Vex.
Cool.
Yeah, then
cool.
there's going to be a Last Vex DLC too.
I actually
Awesome.
think the Cabal comes out last.
Well, I hate to say, you know how I feel about Destiny. So,
Probably
Yeah.
the
but I
same
mean,
way
I
as
have
me.
to ask because Ben, I have to ask you this too as well. When it comes to Deus Ex, do you think it's aged well as far as a game goes?
Actually, surprisingly, yes. It feels more like Mass Effect 2 age to it, which Mass Effect 2 isn't clunky by any standards, but you can tell it's an older game, but Deus Ex still plays well because you have a lot of choices in that game. Like, Rocco, how did you play through that game?
I stealthed through all of it, and whenever it came to a boss battle, I just killed him with that revolver that shot the explosive bullets.
Yeah, see, he's all stealth and all that, while I play the game kind of like a mixture. Like, I'll start out stealth, but if something hits the fan, like if the shit hits the fan, I will go out guns blazing. And both gameplay options still play very well. They still hold up. It actually kind of feels like you're playing Splinter Cell, but in the future. Or it feels like you're playing like in... I don't know how to say, kind of... Did anybody play Prey?
Yeah. That was
Something-
an amazing game, by the way.
No, I didn't ever get to it.
Yeah, I actually did.
That's the Indian one, right? That's when you're like
Yeah.
Indian
Yeah,
and shit.
you're that
Yeah.
Native American that starts off on the on a reservation trying to get out.
Yeah, dude,
complaining
that one
he
was so
wouldn't like it.
trippy though. Holy fuck.
The
Dude,
gun
that-
plays a little
it
bit
was-
like that.
It had some weird moments in there.
You know what? Honestly, I
Well,
want to just kind of like sidetrack for a second. That game actually really reminds me of like Doom, like the way it looked and everything. Like Doom 3, by the way, not like Doom 2 or anything.
I think... Was it on the same...
Yeah.
No, it wasn't on id Tech.
It was on original Xbox, wasn't it? I don't
No.
think it was on 360.
Prey?
360
No,
was a
the
360 launch title, I thought.
Early.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
the launch window, first year, I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I remember that game. That game was so good. There was another game that came out like it was just like it though. What was it? Do you guys know that?
Oh,
No, but
Prey.
rip Prey 2 because that game got canceled.
Again. Or
Yeah.
did it get canceled twice?
I think it's twice, yeah.
Yeah.
Although the original Prey was canceled like 3 times.
Yeah, so.
I don't know.
So, Rocco, how's GTA treating you?
Great. I liked throwing it on a passive mode, running around on a bicycle, and and then like once people start shooting at me, once they realize they can't kill me, I quickly swap it off and kill them with a shotgun and then run away. It's fucking hilarious.
So you just murked? That's it? That's
Like yeah.
Taylor, GTA 4, me and you, the swing glitch.
Oh Jesus Christ. Good times, good times.
Oh, that shit was so stupid. Oh, Crunky, what have
Okay,
you been playing
So, I have been playing the Handsome Collection. Borderlands has been pretty freaking awesome right now. I particularly like how the moon forces you to starve for oxygen and run place to place. It definitely changes the way the game plays. So I'm having a blast right now.
Except for whenever you're claptrap and you're a little dick.
Yeah, I mean, when you and I play co-op together and I play Claptrap, I totally forget that, I don't have to be stuck to a hole. I can just go wherever I want. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
and I'm just sitting in an oxygen bubble, just watching you disappear over the horizon, like you little bitch.
You should like every time you do that, you should just like sing like Somewhere Over the Rainbow or something
No,
stupid like
no.
that.
The greatest thing about Claptrap is you can his special ability is random, and he's got this thing called Gunzerker, and he pulls up 2 guns at one time, and it gives you infinite ammo, and you can't stop firing, and all of a sudden, you'll just hear Ben over the microphone go, "Damn it! You
I'll be
fucking activated it! I'm fucking shooting at everything!"
I get so mad because you always activate it whenever I'm like going off where there's nobody. And I'm just like I'm shooting at the wall, like I'm just
Well, hey,
looking
I
at the
find places
ground
with
and
enemies.
shooting.
You have to go the long way.
So-
I take the shortcuts.
My, Claptrap though, like, so whenever you use his ability, does he like use every single ability that's ever been in Borderlands, and they just
No.
shuffle it and it picks a random one?
No. It's very different. It's I don't know. It's
I can
definitely,
explain it if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've played as Claptrap a lot more because me and Crunky have only gotten up to like level 16. But Claptrap, as you keep leveling up, depending on the skill tree, kind of like determines what's called vaulthunter.exe. You can choose different ones, and they're all like shuffled together. And some of them are like miniature, like forms of like people's skills. Like you can get the Gunzerker ability. You can also get like a little turret that's like Axton from Borderlands 2, and it shoots
Yeah.
like hundreds of rockets.
That's really
Nice.
But then he can also get one, I can't remember the name of it, but he turns into a pirate boat in 1812, the Beethoven 1812, I think it's Beethoven, starts playing in the
Yeah,
background,
the overture.
and he's shooting cannons, and
Yeah.
he's wearing a pirate hat.
That's
As a matter of
beautiful.
fact, I think all of his ending abilities are unique in and of themselves.
Rubber Ducky sucks. I hate
Oh man, I love the bouncing.
Oh, you cannot stop bouncing. All you do is you just jump and jump and jump and jump and jump.
Hey, but bullets
I think
bounce off
Claptrap
you and
gets a
bounce
blow up duck around his waist.
Yeah, he does. It's funny. So, let's get into our topics today. Ben, why don't you start us off?
All right. Well, this is kind of inspired by the newest trailer for Mad Max, for the Mad Max game, not Fury Road, which is the movie that's coming out soon. We'll talk about that some other time. But licensed games, I mean, it's kind of turning into a golden age for licensed games, and I kind of feel dirty for saying that because licensed games sucked ass years ago. They sucked a lot of ass. I think one of the only good ones that I can remember way back. Shut up, E.T.'s a curse. But the only good one I can remember way back is Spider-Man 2, whenever the movie came out.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 was a good game.
That was a really good game.
I don't know, though. A lot of the Spider-Man games that have been produced have been fairly good. I can remember playing through a lot of them and never really having a bad time. Superman, totally a bad idea.
So we don't speak of that. We do not speak
we won't speak of that.
No. No, that game.
I've never played Superman. I never actually played Spider-Man either.
Well, see, Teenage Mutant Turtles have had some good stuff, too.
TMNT, but it's rage-inducing. A lot of their old games were really rage-inducing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you say that, though, all I can think of is Borderlands.
Oh, the Easter egg there?
Yeah, the little Easter egg that they have where you kill all the fucking shit, and then you kill Splinter.
Yeah, the last one kills Splinter.
All the dudes down in the fucking sewers and shit.
It's like Mike, Raph, and all them.
Well, licensed games, though, like the Arkham series, they're really good licensed games. And Shadow Mordor won a whole bunch of Game of the Year awards.
It was a really good game. I played the shit out of that.
It's definitely, like, it earned it. Like, Monolith put their heart and soul into that game, and it has a really innovative system. And then the Mad Max game, if you watch the trailer, it actually looks really good. Like, it looks like a good survival and driving combat game. And the hand-to-hand combat is taken right out of Batman and Shadow Mordor.
Batman, Shadow of Mordor?
Yeah, basically. But
that's a unique combo then.
It really looks good, and graphically it's impressive too, which licensed games, graphics weren't really, priority. Not at all. And yet this one impressed me, and it makes me want to buy it, even though I'm not the biggest Mad Max fan. I like the Road Warrior. I mean, I do.
I'll say this about licensed games on the whole. I really feel like if you look back and look at some of the bad ones and some of the good licensed games, the Batman games were never tied to some deadline that was set there to push before a movie or after a movie, and to an immediate date. It was like, hey, we're making Batman games for the sake of frickin' making Batman games. It's it was never tied to oh god, Christian Bale is fixing to start his next movie. We gotta start, guys.
We gotta
get
push
on.
this out.
What
We
are you
gotta
doing?
push this out.
Yeah, it was never forced, and I mean, I think that's the thing is the good games that are licensed are not forced. The bad ones, we don't even want to talk about the bad ones. I mean, it just goes to show, when you attach a movie or something else to it, one thing is never going to be as good as the other, and one's always going to outweigh the other.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Mad Max game, they're not releasing it at the same time of the movie at all. I think they're having I think it's like a holiday release or something like that.
It's coming out this year, and it got delayed. It was actually supposed to come out last year, if I remember correctly.
So then we should expect to see it fairly soon, or no?
September, I think.
Well, that's sooner.
I'll have to double check the facts or something. People can correct me down in the comments. It'll be appreciated. I just can't remember the exact date. I mean, there's also other licenses that have been pretty successful, like the Star Wars NES games, and a lot of Star Wars games have been pretty good, except for that fighting.
Republic.
Oh my god.
But once again, you're still talking about titles that were never bound to a movie or any other title.
Yeah, but that's still licensed. I'm talking licensed games in general, where someone goes out and buys, a company goes out and buys the license from the company and says, hey, we want to make a game based on this property. Like, even the DLC that they released for Forza 2 that was Fast and the Furious based, or Forza Horizon 2, it's good. It's fun. And it feels like Fast and the Furious. At least the cars do and all that. And it's car porn. And they did it right, and they used the right license for it to bring it more attention. And it was good. And I mean, I know Chris is excited for a lot of like the new Star Wars stuff that's coming out and all that.
God, yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Man, looks fucking just epic so far.
Visceral has a Star Wars game in the works too.
I imagine there's a couple. I really want them to reboot Knights of the Old Republic though.
I don't know about reboot it, but keep going with it.
I just want them to redo it, like remaster it. That's something. That game was just unbelievable in my opinion.
Well, I mean, listen, I despise the reboot movies that are coming out. I mean, I really hate to say that because some of them are good and some of them are a little bit better, and I'm gonna already get trolls for that saying that. But I just don't want to see this big reboot game thing where we're going out and buying the same game we already beat just for updated graphics and DLC included. I mean, it's fun sometimes. I understand this is a new console, and we have to do that to kind of support to show, hey, look, it's capable of all kinds of things.
I agree.
But beyond that, it's got to stop at some point, and you've got to say, hey, look, we have to have a lot more original content. We have to have a lot better original content. And Call of Duty, however, original people want to say it is, it doesn't cut it after a certain point. It's still the same formula, recycled and recycled and recycled, and it's a good formula. Don't get me wrong; it's just recycled, and I'm tired of that.
Oh yeah, is someone moving something around?
Yeah,
Oh, that's probably my keyboard.
Yeah, might not want to do that.
But, well, I have no real choice.
Chris, do you have any opinions on the subject?
On really, like, it's just I actually love when companies do that. Of course, yeah, they used to be really shitty, man. But I mean, now everyone that's came out, they've done it right. They've just picked the right companies to take over the license, and just pretty much all that. It's I haven't really seen a game that's came out that's just been complete trash like how they used to be. Like on the original Xbox and 360, there's a lot of them that were not good.
Oh yeah, it was pretty bad. Like the Lego games, those are amazing licensed games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Those
Agreed.
are so good.
I don't know why I never thought of the Lego games as licensed, but yeah, they were all fun.
They're Lego licensed, and they're like Marvel and DC,
Yeah,
and all that.
Yeah.
I can't think of a bad Lego game actually.
I don't think there is one.
Nah.
One of the Indiana Jones, they did a recycle of one of the Indiana Jones on the same console, and it just had a little bit more content, and that's the only one I can think of. I was just kind of pissed that I paid for the same thing twice.
Now, the thing is, there's also a reverse to this. Whenever movies license out games and like TV shows and stuff, I still have not seen anything good come out of that.
No.
Like
Agreed.
books, yes. Books are always good because books can tell the same amount of same amount of story.
Honestly, it's hard for me to think about a video game right now that was a movie that's very memorable outside of Super Mario Brothers, and that's only memorable because of John Leguizamo, and I'm pretty sure that's the right.
That
actor.
movie's trash.
Did you guys ever like the 007 games?
Those are good.
GoldenEye was classic, and I don't think I'm gonna get any arguments on that.
Yeah,
No,
well, I'm talking about the
that
one with
game is
Daniel
fun.
Craig on them and everything. It was on 360.
I never
What?
played those ones.
Oh, the
They were like
remake
Splinter
of
Cell.
GoldenEye?
They were great.
You mean the remake of GoldenEye?
No,
I played the
with
remake
Daniel
of GoldenEye.
Craig.
It
I'm
was
talking
okay.
about like that one.
like
where-
Bloodstone. I think that was the one it was called.
well, they had Casino Royale.
Well, I
game
thought that
came
was
out.
out.
I thought that was a Bond game that they came out with too, called Bloodstone.
No, they might have. I don't know. But I'm saying, like, did you guys actually enjoy this? GoldenEye, everybody. If you didn't enjoy GoldenEye, if there is a bottle of bleach, just do it.
Just
End
drink
it
it.
all.
Just drink it.
Well, did any of you guys ever play the From Russia with Love Bond game? Because that was good.
I don't think
And that was
No.
back on GameCube.
I don't think I did.
No, I wanted to play it, and I just never had the money at the time to get it because I was still in the fucking grade school and shit,
Well,
you know.
They had Sean Connery and he did the voice, so. Hey,
Oh, that is
Wow,
dope.
really? Yeah.
yeah, it was really good. But
Yeah.
games made into movies, that's the twist of this. Can you guys think of a single game movie that is good?
Blood Rain.
Shut up. God damn it.
We're talking about good for other reasons, content, not
Oh, not for just a good drunken laugh.
yeah, yeah.
Then
I
no,
don't think
it's not.
there is one.
No.
Well,
No,
I
I
mean,
agree.
some of the, in my opinion, some of the Lord of the Ring games were pretty good.
Well, no,
I'm
we're talking about
we're talking
yeah,
about
like
games
Like straight from the
like
movie,
Doom.
right? That
Doom
just, like,
got made into a movie. It was
Oh,
an
you're talking
all-right
about
action
games that was
flick.
made into a movie?
yeah, we're going the other way now.
Oh,
We're done with
okay, I
those.
see what you mean.
No.
Yeah, Doom was shit. Man.
Da-da.
It was an all-right action flick, but beyond that, it had no content, no quality, and I didn't really like it until the very end of the movie when it actually went into fucking first-person view.
Yeah, that.
I was
that
like, this is how
fucking
the
dope.
whole fucking movie should have been shot. I was like, if they'd have shot it like this,
Agreed.
people would have been like, this is fucking awesome.
But like, I think maybe the Halo. Is it Forward Onto Dawn?
Yeah, Forward
I
on
actually
Dawn.
like that.
Actually,
That
there's,
was-
there's another one.
Well, listen, I think it was a very unique film, just simply as an art house film. I mean, it didn't have to be associated to fucking Halo at all.
Oh yeah, it definitely
But I
was
mean-
not no AAA film, but it was.
Yeah.
Well,
was nice.
there's also another Halo one that I picked up a couple days ago, actually called Halo Nightfall.
Was that good? Because I never watched it.
Haven't seen it yet because I picked it up a couple days and I was like, all right, I'll watch it, and then I got sidetracked like I normally do.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, motherfucker.
But like I picked it up, like I was like, oh Halo, I might grab it, and I was like, oh Ridley Scott, well I have to fucking watch it now.
Well,
fucking
is
love
there
that
a
thing.
game? Is there a game that you guys think would make a good
That's a Ridley
movie?
Scott film.
Make a good game, or is there a game that would make a good movie?
Yeah. Or just a movie based in that universe.
Mass Effect.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
That Mass Effect,
I-
hands down. That game
I
is,
agree.
Oh, it just gives you chills.
Yeah. It would
Story
It would have to be
content.
kind of Star Trek like that.
No,
But that's the
Interstellar,
point.
like
I'm
Interstellar.
fine. Star Trek was awesome.
Since you guys haven't seen Interstellar, you don't know, but the people
I've
that
seen
have
it.
seen it, you have. I
Yes.
would think like that, man.
It's really good. The ending is a little off, but it's good.
It's definitely, like I said, it's a twist. Like it's what the fuck that I just see, but that's not the. Hey,
Your
that's-
brain fucked itself.
Yeah, pretty
Ooh,
much.
I
So,
know.
like,
I
what
know
about you
great-
guys? Like, what would yours be?
I don't know. I just
Big.
thought of another movie, a game that would make a great movie.
Go ahead.
Call of Duty.
God damn it.
He is no
Sorry,
longer
guys.
on this cast. It's
Wait,
done.
Let's,
It ends
let's
here.
be objective about this. Call of Duty would make a good dumb action movie.
Yeah,
It really would.
I believe they already have it. It's called The Expendables.
That's
pretty much.
That's
is
the
so
same
true.
thing.
yeah. Only the Expendables was better because they had like all the good action stars like fucking Arnold and Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal, what? I'm high.
No, Steven. Yeah, I was gonna
Jesus.
say Steven Seagal's not in that movie.
Yeah, he's not.
Terry Crews.
Him and,
Up, big
still- I
ass
still-
black
Hey,
motherfucker.
baby, look at my pics. I'm also on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
dude, I still
Are we
want
there
the
yet?
scene where he had the AA-12 and just unloaded on that hallway of people.
Dude, Terry
This is fun.
Crews with an AA-12 should be a call streak in Call of Duty. Or kills
He just comes in
Like,
flexing his pecs and just shooting. That's
Right
all
at
he
the end, he just
does.
goes- right at the very end,
He's
he just
doing one
goes,
of those, what
And he has
Where's
Old
Pop is
Spice.
locking.
The Old Spice commercial where he's like screaming and doing all the muscle. like-
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
an Old Spice like thing in his hand too. While he's
No, you know the one he's playing the drum set with all of
yeah,
his
he's
like
tra-
muscles.
He's trained to play the
It
music.
should just pop up in the sky like that, and then it's just like a nuke. Like,
Mad Cat
That's
claims
the way
intellectual
I
property.
with the Old Spice like whistle.
yep. I wouldn't even be mad if somebody got it. I'd be like, alright, I applaud you, you know.
I'd be like, yeah, that's
This guy deserves it.
in the game.
Game over.
Yep.
Well, that's it for my topic. Unless you guys have anything to add to it.
Actually, you know what? I do want to sit there and add one thing. Mortal Kombat, man. What about those
Yeah,
games?
yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah, that-
totally
those
forgot about that
movies-
as a film on the whole.
Those
Dude.
movies were okay.
I love the first one. The first one
Yeah,
was
yeah.
amazing, man.
Did you guys see the web series?
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't forget the web series.
No.
That was
I
actually
actually
really.
haven't seen the web series.
Neither
Go watch it. That is actually how Mortal Kombat like film should be.
It is very
It
good.
is so good.
Damn.
Well, Crunky, Taylor, you guys got anything?
I mean, I'd have to say if there's anything I definitely had to see made into a movie. I mean, outside of the very obvious of Mass Effect, because the series is freaking awesome. I wouldn't mind seeing a Gears of War movie. I
Yep.
mean, it would be difficult to make, but if the right director and the
It would
right
be
actors got
difficult to
into
make.
it.
Look at fucking Planet of the Apes or some shit like that. I don't think it would.
Well, I
be.
mean, you've got to kowtow to a horde of fans. You see what I'm saying? So, I feel like that would be. It's never gonna. You
It'd
always
be
have to meet
rough,
the
dude.
expectation of the fans. Yeah.
Joss Whedon, he could probably do it.
You know what I do want to sit there and say when we're talking about like games that or like movies that came out and then they made a game from that.
Yeah.
Like backtracking a little bit. Jaws. Oh my god, that game was sweet shit.
Oh,
I don't know if y'all ever played that.
Are you talking on the NES?
No,
Yeah.
it was on like they had Jaws games on like the
They had them
original
on pretty
Xbox.
much
I
almost
think.
on all systems besides like the latest ones.
Dude,
They've all
don't-
been
let's
shit.
not talk about that. Let's not get some PTSD going on. Ugh.
There is a good game on PC where it's like 4 like underwater swimmers and stuff with spear
Yeah,
guns.
divers
and
versus
2 players.
sharks.
Yeah.
No, it's not divers versus sharks. It's something else. But I know what you're talking about. Seen Anders plays it. But
It's
yeah,
supposed to be good.
it is actually really good.
Yeah, I saw it from Tomato Gaming.
I would say I haven't played it, but I know people that have, and they pretty much like the exact same games I do. So they're like, "Dude, this game's amazing." So
Hell yeah, man.
Ah, conformity.
Hey, it works.
Yeah, the Chris is playing it. Let's play it too.
Well, Tom,
All right, so let's start off. Taylor, what's your subject, man? What's your presentation?
For lack of trying, I'll just go with the ham basic. Favorite games so far.
Favorite games?
what is your favorite game?
Like for me,
Yeah.
I would say just favorite game for like the past year.
Oh, the past year. Oh shit.
Yeah, because if I was gonna do favorite game of all time, that'd be extraordinarily unfair because that would still be Halo.
oh yeah. But of the
Really?
past year, I actually have one to say. I do, and I doubt anybody else here has played it.
All right. Well, I
Go
want to
ahead.
actually go back to the one that's actually of all time because mine actually is definitely not Halo.
Yeah, same here. Mine's definitely not Halo either.
All right, then we'll do all time.
Fuck, all time first, and then swap it over to just this year. Well, not
Okay.
2015, but you know what I mean.
All
why
of
don't you start us off, Rocco?
Favorite game of all time? I'm gonna backtrack and say not Halo.
Okay.
Not
'Cause
Halo
now,
now?
because now that I fucking think about it, fucking Morrowind, because I put so many fucking hours into that
I
game.
was
Just,
gonna say that was a good pick.
I never
No,
really
because-
played Morrowind. Like, what is
What?
different about it from the other Elder Scrolls games? Because I actually
Everything.
played Daggerfall.
Yeah.
That's such a hardcore game, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
come
it
on,
was,
hit me up.
like-
yeah.
all right,
Okay,
so, like,
one thing, you can make a fucking potion that can make you launch into the fucking sky and like never come back down. That's at least one thing, but another thing was it's just like the combat system. Like you start off not hitting shit. Like I mean, it's like RPG to the max. Like you miss, 2 damage, miss, 2 damage. That's how it is. It's annoying, but
yeah,
when
until you get up to
build it
what-
up, it's
yeah,
so
until you get the
satisfying.
skill up to like 100, then you're nailing every shot, hitting criticals like a madman. It was awesome.
I mean, I played a little bit. I don't remember much about it. I remember loving the environment, though. I'm not gonna lie.
And the
I
fact
like
that the game and the fact that the game did not hold your hand whatsoever. If you got lost,
Yeah.
too fucking bad. You were lost.
Yeah,
your
consequences
own
are
back.
consequences. You gotta live with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, what are your memories in that game, Taylor? Like, I mean, do you have any like special memories or anything?
Like a lot of it was just me literally just getting lost and just looking around saying, "Oh my god, that's fucking cool." Or the time when I accidentally killed what was his name, Vivek, I like broke into the temple, and I was like, this guy's floating. Fuck this guy,
Wow.
I'm gonna kill him. And after like 2 hours, I finally killed him, and then it was brought up that little message that that game had where, because you could kill important NPCs by mistake, and if you killed an important NPC to the story mode, then it popped up saying, well, pretty much saying that you're screwed unless you can revert it back to an older save.
Yeah, you can still sit there though and keep playing.
That's
you can
actually
still-
nice. I like that.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
like you could fuck it up and make it so that you couldn't beat the main storyline, but you're still playing, doing all the side quests, going through
You're
the
able to progress.
Yep.
That's very severe punishment.
Oh, and something else that
Yeah.
was really cool. The 3 great houses in that game. Like there
I
was a
know
better-
about them.
Yeah, well, you could join them, but if you joined one of say you joined you joined one of the houses, the other two your approval rating with them would go down because they're like, oh, you don't want to join with us, so fuck you. and same thing for they had their temple, the tribunal temple and the 9 divines. If you joined if you joined in with the divines, then your rating with the temple would go down, and they'd kind of act like dicks to you until you worked on getting the approval back up.
That actually sounds kind of interesting. I might go back and play it.
So, Chris, what is your all-time favorite?
Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Really?
Splinter Cell, yeah.
That
Do you
is
remember we used
like
to play-
way
I
off
love
the wall.
Halo, but Splinter Cell, man. Like Halo
Do
is
you
probably
remember-
by far my first person shooter favorite. But
Do you remember when you and I used to play Spy and Merc?
yeah,
online?
that's
that
actually
was the
that's one of the reasons
funnest
why.
fucking things.
That's one of the
man.
reasons why
It's on the
one of my
Wii
favorite
U right
ones.
now. I have it. There's still people who play that game. That's
Dude,
how
that
fucking
game
good it
was.
is.
I
No
remember
shit.
the multiplayer in that
You
game.
can get
was just-
online on Wii U and still play.
That was such an amazing game. Just for the fact that like almost anything in that game you can grab on and climb, you can hide, and just the stealth system in that game was almost unmatched. I feel like with
Yeah.
any games, it was just.
Still is unmatched.
It is one of the most craziest, like, difficult games to do without ever being seen. It was such a hard game,
Yeah.
but oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was.
So what's the spies versus mercs mode? I've never played it.
There's mercenaries
What?
around, and when you're spies, you're supposed to kill the mercs.
Yeah, and
uh,
it's all the maps are at nighttime too.
Yeah, so you
I've-
like I
It's
remember.
ninja.
I remember this time I was like up in a piping, like in this hallway, and this merc walked right underneath me. I just leaned down backwards, grabbed his neck, snapped it, and then it just kept going on the pipe. It was such a crazy game, and like when you're dead, you're dead. That's how it is. And
Aren't the
so,
mercs like first person or something?
No, I think they're.
No, the
No, they're
mercs were
first person.
person.
Were
Yeah.
they first person still?
Yeah, but they had the flashlights. Yeah, because
That's
that
right.
way
They
you
had the
couldn't see
flashlights.
behind
And I
you.
remember when you got saw though, you're like 2 shots dead. Or
They
even
had
one.
drones and
Yeah.
EMPs and shit.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Such
I
an
mean,
amazing one.
so you're probably talking about one of the later Splinter Cell games because I remember the first one being single player.
The first ones were still great, but I said that that multiplayer though was one of the reasons why. Because like overall, I just loved the fact that how it was all like stealth. Because like I used to be a huge like stealth fan. I used to not be like all about getting in their face, fucking killing them and shit. Halo's made me like that, but that still like I've had some of the best memories on those games. They were so great. That or GoldenEye, hands down. Like those 2 games are amazing. So
GoldenEye is just so many hours put into that multiplayer.
Agreed.
Although I'm gonna say something that's sinful, but on the N64, GoldenEye is really good, but Perfect Dark is the better GoldenEye. Because they took everything that made GoldenEye multiplayer good, and they just made it huge. And
Perfect Dark is an amazing game, and I don't think that there's any argument there, in my opinion, because it's just perfect. That's what made Perfect Dark so well, is because of kind of copying GoldenEye, but
Well, it's
they've
the
done
it's
it in
same
a better
company.
way. Oh, and that's
Same-
what I'm saying. They copy. It's like Halo, or Bungie. Look at Destiny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It's
I don't know if you guys know, the multiplayer to GoldenEye was added in at the last second, unbeknownst to anyone, until after release. Somebody was like, "Holy crap, you put this in here? Holy crap, it's a big hit!"
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it was college dorms and stuff like that. I mean, it was a huge thing there.
Wasn't Perfect Dark Zero on?
We don't talk about that game.
That was actually good, dude. I don't know about you. Like, I remember playing it like years later after it came out, like after it was on the 360, like the launch, and it was actually fun to play. It was horrible graphics and shit, but it was still fun to play.
The story mode's okay. The multiplayer is good.
The multiplayer is the only thing I'm talking about. I swear that was to the point where I only play multiplayer on any game.
But they actually have Perfect Dark 64 on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, I know. They need to bring that, and then you bring back GoldenEye.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know.
Ben, what's your favorite game of all time?
Of all
Trying
time.
to, you know, push up my nerd glasses and my Nintendo fanboys here, but Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Or it's a
man.
tie between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Because I love Ocarina, but Majora's Mask is dark as hell.
Agreed.
But, so Ocarina of Time, the reason why it's my all-time favorite game is it's...
Water Temple.
I actually like the Water Temple.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, Water Temple's the reason why I've loved that game. It was such a challenging thing, but it was so good.
But, the reason why I like that game is because my dad bought an N64 whenever I was like around 7 years old or so. Yeah, so 1999. And the first game that he got with it, well, the first 3 games was Star Fox 64,
Hell yes.
Rogue Squadron, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, which is such a good fucking game. That's another good license game.
Like the Star Wars game I had was like Shadow of the Empire, I thought.
Shadow of the Empire is really good too. Rogue Squadron is a flight, you know,
it's a flight simulator.
Yeah.
Rogue Squadron, not Rogue Squadron. Shadows had like a mix of all of it.
Ocarina of Time. We also had Mario 64, but I didn't play through that. My dad played that a lot.
I've never actually beaten it.
Ocarina of Time is the first game that me and my dad ever sat down and played through, and we took notes and we figured out where everything was, and we 100%ed the game without a guidebook.
Nice.
We played the hell out of that. My mom fucking hated it. She hated hearing Link, you know, going, hiya, hiya. You know, all that fucking shit. His loud, yeah, with his loud, squeaky voice. Hey! And it was just over here. So good. Ocarina of Time just blends everything that makes Zelda and adventure games together. It really does. Like, it blends everything that makes that good, you know, just together in this perfect, like, mixture, into this perfect, you know, just... I don't know how to explain it. There's just something special about that game.
Well, I mean, I think it cemented the series as a whole in the console world. I mean, it would always have been a handheld game, I feel like, because they've always had exclusively handheld.
No, Zelda started out as an NES game. Zelda 2.
No, I know, but we're talking about, you know, when the graphics transferred over to the 3D world. It's what cemented them there.
Oh yeah, Ocarina of Time. Oh yeah, you mean like made consoles as like a mainstay. I would say Mario 64 is probably more influential because that was a launch game and it proved that you can do 3D.
No. I'm saying like it cemented LOZ, Legend of Zelda, into the 3D world. It's what anchored them there and made sure that they would still have series to come afterwards. It was a wholesome, family fun, intense, dark, crazy, beautiful story that nobody else can, you know, recreate.
No, Nintendo
sadly.
still does adventure games the best. They still have that magic. I don't care. They're rude. They're crude. They don't understand like new technology. They don't.
Nintendo, man. That's how I feel because of YouTube.
Yeah. Right now, fuck them on YouTube, but playing their console yourself is still fun.
Oh man, I love drinking and playing it.
Oh yeah,
drinking games are just fucking amazing.
Mario Party, drunk. But Majora's Mask, and it's kind of turned into popular opinion now, but for the longest time I felt like a fucking hipster because I was like, Majora's Mask is better.
Agreed. It's such
it's
a darker story.
best Zelda game. In my
Truthfully, I'm waiting for my next paycheck in order to get it on my 3DS because I've never actually played that game.
You lucky wanker. I want to buy it so bad on my 3DS. I really do.
If you really want to be pissed off, I could tell you how much I have right now.
Fuck you. The Fierce Deity mask, by the way, was just an amazing memory in Majora's Mask because I remember collecting and working for all 20 masks, for all those side quests. And then you get to trade them in at the end and you do those like little like swimming puzzles or whatever the hell they're called, if I'm remembering correctly. And then you go and you collect the Fierce Deity mask at the end for the final boss, and it just makes that moment so special because Link.
You felt like you
turns
earned
into this-
something?
Yeah, you earned power instead of just earning like a piece of gear. You earned like literal power in that game.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I love Zelda. That's always going to be one of my all-time favorite game series, and Ocarina of Time is still my favorite game of all time, with Majora's Mask right there with it.
So, I mean, I guess it's my turn to go. So, I'd have to say, I'm at a bit of a toss-up because somebody threw out Star Fox 64. And that kind of threw me off my game. I'm a Nesophile. I'm a fuzzy pickler, and I know some people out there are like, "What the hell is that?"
Earthbound.
If you've ever played Earthbound, I've never been a big fan of RPG, especially turn-based series, but this is a very different RPG, and I mean, it drew me to the series and was like, "Wow, this is not that bad." I was like, you have to come at this at a different perspective to say, the combat system's not terrible. And I mean, it was a beautiful game, playing from beginning to end, and earning the characters. That was probably my favorite part, is how you start off totally solo on your own with a coward, and then he leaves your side and kind of stabs you in the back. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody who's never played it and wants to go out there and get it.
Thanks.
But at the same time, it's a game that's been out for how many years?
I totally have not ruined the end of that game for you by telling you your best friend stabs you in your back. But I mean, such a fun game. I've dumped hours into hours and hours and hours and hours and hours into that game. It's just it's an outstanding creation. I mean, it's dark, it's deep, it's different. It's got a story that if you start to look under the layers and kind of peel away what this really is, it's a dark story. I mean, it can take you to some places you've never been before.
All I know is that the final boss looks like a fetus.
That's because it's most likely is. I feel like it's the whole thing is symbolism.
Well, to be fair, like an interview with the guy that made the game, I'm not going to bother pronouncing his name because I'll butcher it anyway. He said his inspiration for. I didn't hear you, so. What?
Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. Anyways, he said his inspiration for making the final boss the way he did was when he was a young kid, he went to the wrong theater or something like that, and walked into the middle of a rape movie or something like that, and that
I had heard that.
Oh Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
It's-
What?
Yeah.
I mean, in the game, there's a cult called They Wear All Blue. They paint the town blue. There was an actual cult in Japan who did the same thing, except they used sarin gas.
Yeah, and they killed a bunch of people with that. It
Yeah.
wasn't as funny as the game.
Yeah, and well, in the game, it's not really funny because when you start to look at the backstory, it's kind of dark. Nobody's happy, but yet everybody's happy. It's kind of strange.
Well,
Yeah.
Chris, are you feeling
are
a
happy
little
or-
depressed? Because I am.
I'm feeling what?
A little
It's a-
depressed from that. Jesus.
Just a tad.
It's a fun game
Just
to
a
play.
tad. Just a...
Yeah, just a bit. I don't know. I do have a question though. In Mother, which is the other name for Earthbound, I do know that. What is the combat system exactly? Is it just standard turn-based like the old Final Fantasies and all that?
If I'm not mistaken, Mother is a separate game.
No, Mother.
It was a prequel to the first one, or it was the first one that came out on NES.
Like they're all part of a trilogy, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Mother's
Mother
Milk.
1, Mother 2, and Mother 3.
And then
And I think Mother 2 is the one
3.
that we got.
Yeah, it was Earthbound. The combat system, though, I mean, it's very unique for RPGs. Like, normally in an RPG, if you get hit for damage, you take all of that damage and then it's over with. Well, in Earthbound, you can get hit for 500 damage and have a life meter of 1,000. Well, if you can end the whole combat by killing the enemy before that 500 damage runs out your life meter, you get to keep whatever health you have left.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like, kind of like a crutch. A lot of people don't know that. If you pick up the game, that's just a quick tip. I mean, and you don't fight like dragons, or you're not a knight. You're a kid with a baseball bat, and you're fighting gas pumps, robots, hippies, skateboarders, dirty old men, angry women with bags. It's crazy. It's
He has
awesome
like
fun.
psionic powers and stuff, right?
Yeah,
That's where Ness and Lucas come from.
From the Smash games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's cool.
It's probably one of my favorite games to play right now.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds really fun. I might have to pick that up on the Virtual Console if they ever offer it. Do they offer it?
I think they.
Yeah,
do.
yes, it does. Yes, they do. I have it. I know they do. It's sitting right here. It's on my main screen. So.
Well,
Nice.
I will have to go and buy that and kill the unborn fetus.
End of game. Spoilers. Spoilers.
Tom's new nickname, the Spoiler.
I thought you were gonna call.
Hey,
I
I
thought you were
didn't
gonna
spoil.
say. I thought you were gonna say his nickname was gonna be the fetus.
Jesus Christ, Taylor.
No, you didn't say it right. You have to be like, Jesus, Taylor, jeez.
Oh, Jay.
Not cool, bro. Jeez.
Well, I mean, those
All
are
right.
all really like cool games. I'm gonna have to try it like Morrowind again, and Mother and all that. And, yeah.
It's definitely worth you picking up. All right, Chris, what have you got for us this evening?
I actually got something that I'm gonna go to my second one that I was talking about.
Oh,
My thing is for anybody that's ever played Devil May Cry 3, there was a part in the game where when you defeat your brother, Virgil, you unlock all of, like on the hardest mode, you unlock all of the unlocks you can become. And one of them is you can actually become like your father in the game. You can go through the whole game. So as soon as you become full demon, you're your father. You know, a full-blooded demon and everything. You're Slaughter and everything. Well, another game that was similar like that is like Halo. When you beat Halo 2 on Legendary, you unlocked multiplayer map, and you can only play that multiplayer map and only actually be able to, again, never see it is if you beat it on Legendary. And my thing is like, do you like games that do that? Like, you know, you got to be on the hardest difficulty to unlock all, like, you know, the full like game kind of. Or
What,
you think
you're
it should
talking
be
about, like-
shipped where the whole like everything that is in the game you get automatically.
yeah, I do like that. Like, I like it whenever games, if you beat something on hard, you are rewarded. I can't remember the reward for Resident Evil 4, but there was something that you got for beating on professional, and I remember being really happy about that.
Yeah.
Like, games that reward you for like getting through like really difficult things, or, you know, finishing the game on hard is just, I think it's a good way for the developer to say, hey, thank you for spending so much time in our game. Here's something to make, you know, make
The
payment
playthrough a little bit
time.
better.
give you a payment for your time. I mean, you're paying us for buying our game. Here's us giving you a little reward if you're willing to spend and sacrifice so much time into, you know, beating something on hard.
Yeah.
I'm totally in agreement with that. I mean, it's really a reward system. It's about, you know, coming to the end and saying, hey, look, I don't just get to see these credits. And I do like what Smash Brothers does with the credits. That's always been an awesome experience. I'm not just sitting there dolting through credits, looking at it going, oh, wow, that's a funny name. That dude had a name, Buttkiss. That's awesome. That's hilarious. That dude made this game. Yeah, that was all it was. But, you know, with Smash Brothers, and I believe there's a few other games that have a very unique experience as far as in credits, but I feel like, you know, what you're saying is like these major unlocks that totally change the way the game is played. I mean, that's worth playing through for me, and I will play through it on the hardest every time.
On Devil May Cry 3, man, when you became your father in that game, it's just utter. You just can't stop the train. It's never ending. Like, you're gonna just rape every goddamn thing in that game. You hit them once, they're dead, and you can go full demon anytime because you're actually your father, you know.
That's amazing.
And you can go back to, you know, Dante, or you can go back to your father anytime. And there's no, like, you know, building up to going full, you know, to turn it into the demon. You know, you can do it anytime. That was the most amazing part of that. And, you know, like, Halo actually has something else, like, the skulls. You know, you go through it, and you find all these skulls, and some of them were even, like, almost borderline outside of the map. So, it was kind of crazy. Like, just hidden, like, Easter eggs.
Some of them are hidden behind combination locks.
Yeah, fuck that fucking range shit, yo. I hate that. That's
the most elaborate
I had to look that up
shit
online.
I've ever done.
I had to look
Yeah,
that
I
up
had to have
online,
someone
man.
walk me through that one.
Yeah.
And all to get Hayabusa armor, but it was worth it. That shit was badass looking right there at the beginning when nobody had it.
Yeah, then everybody had it,
That
and I
armor
decided to
was so
switch from it.
Nah, I always use the Mark V, like the old Halo 1 armor.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Well, I mean, like, what about you, Taylor? I mean, what do you like about that, or do you not like that?
I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I like it because it really does reward you for actually, you know, putting so much time and effort into actually beating the game on like the most insane difficulties possible. But I also hate it because like there are some games that I never want to play them on the hardest difficulty ever, just because I just have so much problems just playing them on the normal difficulties.
You know, I can kind of agree with you on that. There's a point in time when my frustration level in some games, it just gets to a point where I'm like, screw this. I'm not playing on this difficulty anymore. It's not fixing to happen.
Oh, for me, it doesn't... Like, I don't even get to the point where I'm like, I'm not playing on this difficulty. I'll just flat out skip that step and just say, fuck this game, I'm playing something else. And I'll forget about that game.
Oh, no, I want to complete the story. If I paid for it, I'm going to get my money out of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I even like normal unlocks for like beating a game and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Is just, like, Evil Within. You actually get, like, weapons that you will never find in single player for
That's
beating
pretty
the
cool.
game. Like, you get an assault rifle, which turns that game into easy mode, but it's fun as hell. Like, using that assault rifle to chop, you know, undead in half and all that, it's ridiculous. I don't know.
Still need to pick up that game.
I still get bummed out whenever a game doesn't reward you with something whenever you beat it. That bothers me.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd like a reward at least, but nothing too spectacular.
yeah,
all the time,
I mean,
you know.
even if you change the main screen, like you give me a different like look on my main menu, that would be cool. Like Spec Ops: The Line, the screen changes and all that.
You remember Black Ops where they had it so you like do something with the button combination and the main menu and you break out of your chair and you can walk around?
Yeah, you go and
No, you
unlock
pull the
the
left and right
buttons.
triggers really quickly, and he like
Yeah, you
started to
get-
stress his hands until you popped out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to like keep pressing them both repeatedly really fast.
Yep. And then you break out of that. That was something that was really neat. That's something that's one of the coolest things that they
That was a
put
pretty-
into
Didn't
it.
was-
expect that.
Yeah. That's one thing Call of Duty did right.
Okay, their multiplayer's not that bad.
Hey, let's talk about the great storytelling in Call of Duty. I think that should be.
I'm not gonna lie though, single player
They've had
Call
some
of
pretty
Duty
good stories.
has actually
Yeah,
been amazing.
yeah.
single players are
they
great.
Have, I seriously agree. They have the actors to back it up too. I mean, they get in big names and
How about
Space
Modern
definitely
Warfare
pays
3?
off.
I think Kevin Spacey was probably one of the
Okay.
biggest ones. Wasn't
I wasn't a big fan of 3's story.
MW3 was a turd. That was a
Exactly.
complete and total turd.
he? The first one. You talking about Modern Warfare, right? The
Yeah.
first
Modern
Modern
Warfare
Warfare
3.
was ridiculous.
Yeah, soap story.
Call of Duty
man.
4, Modern Warfare. Oh my.
Oh yeah, Call of Duty 4 was great, but I'm saying like especially like even with the Modern Warfare stories, I felt like they kept trying to like one up the last game, and like partway through the second game, I was just like, I don't really care.
Yeah, that's true.
Now
Like, I
Black
played the-
Ops did good.
I couldn't get through. I couldn't force myself to play the first Black Ops, but the second one was all right.
Black
I
Ops was a
agree.
fucking mindfuck throughout the whole goddamn thing until the end. Like
Oh,
when you got to the end, it was like a complete like what the fuck. Just
dude, the Russian missions in World War II were amazing.
yeah.
Agreed.
We should probably get back on track to like.
Wait, we had a track?
There was a
Yeah,
track.
So
Rock
pretty much
Paper
my
Stars.
whole thing is about the reward system, by the way. I should have probably just said that to make it easier for people. But like, you know, the reward system of games. Like it's just I don't know, like it's so like in my opinion though, like I loved it. I loved like when I beat Devil May Cry, that was like PlayStation 3, I think, when I had my or PlayStation 2, was that it?
Yeah, PS2.
Yeah,
PS2, yeah, that was my
PS2.
PlayStation 2. And that was like before, you know, there was I don't even think Xbox Live was even there during that time. And
It was right before or right after one.
it was right before, definitely, because I had Xbox Live like almost like day one it came out. I think it was like that week. So, it, like, I don't know, I remember just sitting there on my like fucking curved screen TV, like box TV, fucking playing it like crazy, listening like Trapped and just like Godsmack and everything, just playing the shit out of it. Oh my god, I have such good memories when it comes to that game. But like when I beat it and I found out you could become your father, I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like that was just one of the coolest moments in my opinion. That you
Actually,
can become.
does sound really freaking cool.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
that was like the whole thing. Like, you know, Virgil wants to be like your dad, and Dante wants to be more like your mom, and you unlock the thing that you know that you don't want to be, and you run around the whole time fucking slaughtering shit. As it's just crazy having that power. You're just so OP. It's like God mode in any game. It literally is. Like you can still die, but it's like almost nearly impossible for you to die. So.
Doesn't Dark Souls 1 have like an unlock like that, Taylor?
No.
It doesn't have like an end game reward though.
No, your end game reward for beating Dark Souls is New Game Plus. It's an achievement and New Game Plus. Get ready to die even more times, bitch.
Well, even then, like unlocking new game modes and stuff is pretty cool.
Well, I mean, I guess the reward is like since you beat. I'm totally spoiling this because the game's been out for like 4 years, so you get to kill Gwyn, like one of the four gods, or one of the original lords or whatever. You get his soul or whatnot. You can then use that. Yeah, you can use his soul to make his sword.
Wasn't there a God of War endgame one?
I never played God of War.
I played through, but it's hard to remember.
I think the first one had like an endgame one. I could be wrong. Again, I didn't play through it, but I remember my buddy telling me something.
I mean, that game felt like monotonous hack and slash after some time. Really, after I beat the first one.
It's a fucking ripoff, in my opinion, of Devil May Cry.
I mean, it's the
But
same
it's
genre.
such an amazing game, though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I can appreciate God of War for what it is. It's an anger, angst-filled, you know,
It's
emo
like,
teen
God,
game. I'm gonna
that's
get so
something
much
that's
rage.
sick.
I mean, I don't necessarily see it as like some emo angst game or anything. It was definitely a fun game. It definitely had these puzzle parts that made you think you could not be an idiot and get past some of these parts. I mean, you have to put your mind to it, and the combat was challenging. It was different, and it had this push button attack style that's so seen now that at the time when it first came out was unique and in and of itself different. Like, to take down a boss, you couldn't just hack and slash him to death. You had to hack and slash him down, then this button would pop up, you press that button, and you go into this cinematic sequence where you do this awesome takedown. But after a while, that formula kind of got old for me.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare when you play that, what is it, XR Survival? If you beat all of it, I think you have to beat all of it, and you got to reach a certain amount of waves on each level. You unlock the like 5-minute zombie mode. Before zombies was actually out in DLC, you unlocked a 5-minute zombie mode where you fight regular exo survival people, and then this whole like ship comes in and it fucking crashes, and then you like wake up from like everything being in rubble, and that's where the zombies start. That's like it's kind of like a beginning to zombies. And
That's a pretty cool unlock.
it was so
Yeah,
crazy, and
yeah.
you unlock the whole exo zombie costume to play multiplayer. So I was like an exo zombie running around.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was something
that
was
would-
really neat.
Yeah.
You're making me want to do that now.
It's in a good game. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I shit on Call of Duty, it's a good one.
So, I believe I'm the last one left here.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll give you guys a current event then. 4-player Overlord has been announced
Oh, sweet.
for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. But here's the catch, guys.
Preach.
It's not third person over the shoulder anymore.
Fuck
They're
it.
doing a top down, and it's going to be called Overlord Fellowship of Evil.
Honestly, you want to know the reason why I love that game so much? Because when I played Fable, Overlord I think came out just a little bit after, and
Fable 2, probably, yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter because I was still so hung up on like Fable 1, and then Overlord came out, and it was a game that's similar art style, similar gameplay. It was like almost hand in hand, same gameplay, and the art style. And then they had all the little goblin minions that would follow you, and you do whatever with them. It was so crazy. Overlord is such an amazing game. It's like Conquer Live and Reloaded. Like that was like another game I loved during that time. But like,
So good.
I am so fucking hyped. No joke. I was actually thinking about buying the whole Overlord collection on Steam.
So, Chris, what do you think your biggest expectation for this game is? What does it have to live up to be a good
The
game for
first
Overlord?
one. The second one was good, but the first one was so great. In my opinion, on top, like kind of like looking down and shit.
Well,
that's something that's kind of like it's different, but I understand like that's to control your minions or to control whatever you are using. What are you? Because you're definitely not like the evil
this is
knight.
you're not playing the original evil bad guy who controls the minions. You're playing one of the 4 Nether Gulls. I believe I'm saying that correctly. So,
But you still control the goblins. That's my thing.
that's one of the goblins. You control one of them, and it's a co-op experience, is what it's designed to be played for.
Okay.
So you're going to be expected to work with 4 people, and each one of you is a goblin, and I guess you go out on your own at that point and do the evil deeds.
Okay, so I assume you're not able to bring your horde of goblins though with you, because you're apparently you are a higher-ranking goblin. I'd still imagine you would have maybe a following with you, because you remember I mean, I assume they haven't put much out, right?
They've put out one video right now. Overlord Fellowship of Evil. What is the Fellowship of Evil? That's the
only thing though.
the video. Yeah.
I would hope that you're able to produce.
I think
Well,
what will
right
happen
now-
is there's different types of goblins you get. You get the green ones. I think there's the blue ones, the red ones, and there's the yellow.
But there was
ones.
always 4 of them, wasn't there?
There was 4 types of them. That's the reason why I think that you're going to get each,
One of each.
like, yeah, whatever you are, that will be the type of goblins you control.
Well, from the screenshots of the gameplay that I'm looking at here, it is 4 separate types of goblins. And you will probably be playing one of the overlords of them. It doesn't specifically say in this article, but what we do know so far is that the actor Mark Silk is returning to voice the creatures. And Rihanna Pratchett, who worked on the original 2 Overlord games, she's returning to write for this game.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have some of the old flavor to it, and it definitely looks like it plays the same, just from top down, and it looks like it's gonna be more cooperative.
I think Overlord was one of those like games that you just never really heard about during that time. It was not a big game.
Well,
And-
Overlord 2 released in 2009.
Well, no, I know, that's what I'm saying. But during the time, it was not a big game. And I remember picking it up just because I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go to GameStop or EBA Games or whatever the fuck it was called. And go pick up a game and like some new one. And I saw that one. And again, that was like right after, I think, Jack of Blades or whatever came out. DLC. It was like right around that time, like right after. And it looked kind of similar. like to like Fable, and I picked it up and I tried it and I fell in love with it. Oh my god, that was such an amazing game. Like if honestly, Fable 1 and that game, I can't say which one's better. Honestly, that's how good the original one was for me. So, my biggest thing is I have no problem being top down view. I have no problem with that. But if you can't control the goblins, that's what made the game so great, because how goofy they were, how stupid they were the whole entire time you're running around with them. It just made it so funny. It was such a hilarious game to play, but it had serious moments to it too. Even though you were there to kill everything, you were the bad guy.
Yeah, and I think that was very different. So Ben, do you have anything to say about what you expect from the game? I mean, I believe you've played it before, have you not?
I played a little bit of Overlord, and I
first one or
remember it
second one?
reminding me of just being Pikmin, but it's darker.
Yeah, Pikmin. That's a good one.
I was thinking to say that was a good comparison.
I'm excited because it seems like, I would rather it be top-down, like how Pikmin kind of is. Pikmin, is top-down for all intents and purposes. And I would feel like a minion-controlling game like that would play so much better that way.
Yeah.
Like, so much better. And I'm excited to play something like that on my bloody Xbox. I want something that's next-gen, that's on a non-Nintendo console that has that same style gameplay, and it sounds like that game will. So I'm excited. Taylor, what about yourself, man?
I actually have no thoughts on it because I've never actually played it, so I've never played any of those games. I mean, I'll give it a shot, but
I'll try anything once, mister.
I have no thoughts on it until I try it, and then I'll either be hating the hell out of it, or you won't get me to shut up about it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty honest there.
Well, any other current events, man?
Right now, that's all I've got for you guys. That's the newest of the new.
I thought you were talking about Gears earlier.
There's been some announcements about Black Tusk and Gears of War. What they've so far, excuse me. What they've said so far is they're talking about porting at least the first game over to the next gen console. So we're probably going to get to see the first Gears of War game brought back over, remade, new graphics.
If you're getting the first one, you're getting the second one and third one.
Well, it says right now they only know that they're doing the first one. So
yeah, but it's going to be like a collection thing probably.
It's some of the basic improvements that they're doing are going to be sharper textures, improved lighting, and reworked cutscenes. Plastic Wax is going to do the animation. If anybody knows who they are. Gears of War was a pretty big bank roll for Microsoft and several companies. It came, it was unexpected.
MLG, everything.
I can remember being in high school at that time, and my friend walking up to me and being like, "Hey, dude, there's this game coming out called Gears of War." He was like, "Please pick it up." He was like, "I'm gonna pick it up. We're gonna play online, different multiplayer." He was like, "You'll probably like it. I've been checking it out." I was like, "All right, cool." Went and picked it up. It's been one of the funnest experiences I've ever had, especially the story. That's actually a game that had good multiplayer and good story.
Great story, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. And like extending even through the other games, the story just kept getting, better.
Yeah. Even through all three games, though, I kept asking myself, "Where's Carmine?"
Well, Gears of War 3, man. Oh my god, that one made me laugh.
Yeah,
they had a good sense of humor for that one. Like,
especially for the seriousness that number 2 took. 2 took a very serious turn.
Well, they had a vote for Carmine and Gears of War 3 on whether he would live or die
it was
before
an open
the game
vote,
came out.
I thought. Wasn't it an open vote? Like, they had the fans vote on it.
Yeah. They had a fan poll that said, "Do you want Carmine to live or die in Gears of War 3?"
But they wouldn't show it. They wouldn't show who won. They wouldn't
Yeah.
show the stats or anything. And it turned out that they wanted him to live. Everybody did. Or a lot of people did. And, like, the way that they did it, though, is hilarious. Because you thought he died. And nope, me fucking... Because didn't he, like, fall off the tower or something? Like,
Something
he
like
got,
that.
like, hit off and then he came back like a boss. And just fucking wrecked it.
That last Carmine was a boss.
He was
pretty awesome.
He
I
was the
can't
only
remember his
buff
name.
one.
Yeah, no, he was huge.
You know what my question is what's your favorite carbine? Who is your favorite carbine? Mine has to be the first one. Yeah.
Uno, yeah, number one.
First one was the best.
Anthony.
I felt so bad, man. I was so mad when he died. I'm not gonna lie. Like that sucked. Even if it was in the
Well,
beginning.
when I picked up that game, I was like, I started playing through the story, and I was like, yeah, look at this guy. Oh, dude, that dude's got an awesome helmet. I like that dude. I'm gonna, yeah, let's just follow that dude around. You're just playing. You're like, yeah, this he's a rookie, but he's fucking cool. Oh, what are we here? This is an
Sniper!
open ambush area. Boom!
There's the gun was jammed.
What happened?
Gun was
What
jammed.
happened to my guy? He's
The
gone.
second one kind of sucked too when he got like eaten up by the acid.
Yeah.
Nah, that sucked too. Because that one was a cool one, but still, the first one has to be the best, man.
Oh, yeah.
God.
I didn't expect that. That scared the fuck out of me whenever you hear that sniper shot. It just made me jump. I was like, fuck.
You remember Danny, like it's like Shadow Wolfie or
Yeah, Denny.
no, Danny. That was his name.
Oh.
He actually did game battles on it, and he actually was like in a serious team. They actually got sponsored and everything for a while.
Wow.
Yeah, he was fucking amazing at the game. Still is. Whenever he fucking puts that game in, he just destroys. That's the only game he can ever kill me in. When it comes to, like, we would always play Halo against each other. He used to be god at that game when I first, like, started out playing it, and he fucking just destroyed me, and then we got into, he got into Gears, and I started playing that game hardcore, and whenever we got back on Halo 2, I just molested him to the point he never wanted to play with me again.
You think his butt a little too hard?
Yeah.
So, one final question to everyone, and we'll start with Chris, and we'll work our way to Ben and down to our special guest. What do you think this is going to draw people back? Is it going to be strong enough? Was the love strong enough to draw people back to Gears of War?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the hands down, yeah, because Gears of War is just one of those games, just like Halo. Whenever they announce Halo, because it's an exclusive game, it was just so big. Like, you know, it came out of nowhere, just like how Halo did, and it just became so successful. The story mode was just so great. Multiplayer was incredible. It was definitely unique and revolutionized, in my opinion. Third-person shooters and the cover system and everything was absolutely insane. And as soon as they announce it, ever since E3 when they announced Xbox One and they kind of like teased flipping through all these games and stuff, and the future games, that's what they were teasing. And there was a thing of like Gears of War. It was like one of the things, and I think the first Gears of War or the second one, either one. And they teased it, and ever since then, everybody's been like speculating that it's coming out.
Oh,
And everybody's been like so hyped about it, and now again, the reason why we're talking about it is because people are so stoked about it still to this day, because
Yeah.
they keep track of what Microsoft is buying up and what they're kind of contracting out.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
And Black Tusk is the new Gears of War studio, and they have another game in the works, like new Gears of War.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, I mean, that'll be amazing. I mean, I know it's going to draw me back. I hope Taylor comes back with me to play some Gears.
I don't know, maybe.
Now my thing is it's going to be exclusive, because I keep hearing rumors that it's going to probably go multi-plat.
No, Black Tusk is owned by Microsoft. Microsoft bought the license. It's not going multi-plat.
No,
There's
but
no way.
Halo's going multi-plat. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that will never fucking happen.
I still have people like because I'm on PS4. I've been on it for a while now. I still hear people on it saying, "Oh, here they're gonna bring Halo to the PS4." Like, you guys are
They
fucking
own
fools.
343. They literally own 343.
Yeah,
So,
it's like
they made the studio.
it's something that's never gonna happen, and I get a good chuckle out of it every time I fucking hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That is
So, does anybody else have any closing thoughts, any closing remarks on anything we've said tonight, or anything they might want to add?
just fucking stoked, man, for that guy.
Gears.
Overlord and Gears, man. I'm telling you, Overlord is just a game that you're gonna pick up and you're just gonna have to blast. It's just
I'll
so
try it, man. I'll
I
take
love
your
the
word.
fucking sheep.
I'll
Picking
give
up
it
the
a
sheep
shot.
and running around with them with your little minions. Just fucking, they like just shred them. That was such a dark game. God damn, you destroyed everything.
I'll tell you what I'm stoked for next fucking week.
Next week?
Emphasize.
Because next week Avengers comes out
And it's just
Oh.
birthday.
on my birthday. So I'm skipping out of work. We're taking a vacation day, so they're gonna pay me to get drunk and watch fucking superhero movies. It's gonna be great.
Fucking A.
Fantastic.
Oh, hell yes. All right, so if that's everything everybody's got, I want to go ahead and close this up. I want to send you guys off with, a nice farewell and remind you that if you headbutt that subscribe button, I'll buy a new kitten. Promise. That's another
All right.
Madcast. Catch you
And
guys
then I'll
later.
eat it.
Chris, you got any comments?
Just stay tuned because next week we're going to be talking about Destiny, and we're going to be doing a huge discussion about that. I'm going to be hosting that one, and I think after that, too, I think we kind of talked about a little bit about like Avengers. Everybody's seeing it, and we're going to kind of hit the nail on that one for our fourth one.
Oh yeah,
We're already planning ahead, guys, and don't forget to go check out my channel, Stubborn Bucket. And I'm going to have my viewers come over and check out this beautiful channel. And yeah, when Crunky, when he makes his own channel, we're going to have everybody kind of directing towards him too. And yeah, guys, I hope y'all did enjoy.
Yes.
And I will, of course, see you guys on the next awesome video that comes out on this channel. So yeah, that's me.
Oh yeah, man.
That's
Thank
nice.
you.
That's Moa.
All right, peace.
Peace out.
Peace.
Laters.